Alright guys, so pretty much here's what we're doing today. This is what we've been doing this week. So this lesson is specifically for my students who are remote. We've been looking at designs, we've been looking at simple two-dimensional designs. We looked at the elements of design first. It's like construction. We have to garner our materials and we have to get all our expertise ready and go. So we're looking at the different characteristics of lines. There they are. And the different position in which we could put our lines within our space, arrange our lines, or organize our lines within space to create a lovely design. So we have just a straight horizontal line, a thin one, then we have a thick line. We also have zigzag line, wavy lines, twirly line, dotted lines, broken lines, spiral lines. Good. Then we start to utilizing these lines to create awesome designs. So we even looked at designing our mask in some unique and attractive ways, as you can see. Then we move to, so these are the lines, you gotta see it in different ways. What are the possibilities? There we have it. Now we're gonna be looking at something really interesting. As you can see here, there's two print making. So we're looking at print making, but we're not doing it at the professional level. We're doing it at the stage where we're at, elementary level. All right. So it's gonna be fun. It's at the professional level. It can be a little bit challenging, put it that way, and it would be risky based on the tools that you have to use. So let me break it down a bit. So we have lino block printing. So this is a substitute for lino block printing, and usually the template that we use for lino block printing, the material is linoleum, and it's similar to leathercraft, and the tools that you use are very sharp. They're carving tools similar to leathercraft, again I must say, and you have to learn the proper technique in order to do it safe, because the tools are very sharp. Alright, that's for a lesson for my high school students or my college level students. But for elementary, we have a material that is easy to manipulate, and you don't have to carve anything. It's very easy. So here's the material. This material is scratch foam board. You can get it purchased on Amazon. It's not easy to get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, unless you probably have to order it. You'll get it there, sometimes. Alright, so I just ordered it on Amazon, and I got 30 boards, 6" by 9", and I cut it into equal halves so as to preserve and to do multiple templates. The good thing about printmaking is that once you make one good design, you can reproduce. Unlike monoprinting. Monoprinting is just one, as the word suggests. So we're going to quickly get into the activity. So you need to have your scratch foam board. You also need to have your printing ink. So here we have our printing ink. Yes, block printing ink, right? And this brand is Blick. So here we go. And you have different colors. So this is our scratch foam board. Alright. So this is just some different types of patterns that you can create, just organizing shapes. And I'm going to teach you that in another lesson, how to use simple basic geometric shapes to make designs. And with all of that knowledge, then you can start honing your own skills, mastering what you know by practicing. So this is also another avenue, medium that you can practice through. All of the knowledge that you've gained in our previous lessons can be applied right here, put into practice. So remember, we looked at line designs. You can use lines, or you can use lines and shapes, a combination of lines and shapes. So now I'm just going to choose to use lines. I'm going to use just wavy lines and zigzag lines, a variety of lines. So what you need to do is put pressure on your pencil or your pen. It doesn't have to be a pencil, it can be a pen. Because what you want to do is engrave into the scratch foam. You want to scratch into it like what tattoo artist does, you know. It engraves into whatever surface you're working on, and it has it creates a cavity, basically, not fully a an imprint. It is engraved. That's the best word. All right, so remember, pattern is repetition. So I'm going to combine both wavy lines and curved lines and zigzag lines to make this design. I'm going to see how quick we can get this done. I could also integrate dotted lines, make it a little bit more intricate, make the design more interesting, attractive. And here we go. So go this way. So we are using a combination of curved lines and dotted lines and spiky lines, zigzag lines right there. And that's what we do. We organize space, we add value to the space. This is a simple two-dimensional space that we're creating here. We have here that we're trying to occupy or distribute these lines within. It's that simple. It's very simple. You're arranging lines or organizing lines in a particular way that add value or meaning to the space. Alright, so I could go the other way, make it look interesting, as I said before, do a kind of mirror effect right there. So carve into it. Don't put too much pressure on the pencil, because that way you can break the pencil point, or you can tear the foam, and you don't want to tear the foam. You just want to engrave into it. Alright, so we're trying to create a kind of balance, kind of mirror effect there. And there are numerous ways, infinite ways that you can create your designs, right? There is no limit to how you can create your designs. And it's all up to you. You make those decisions, right? You decide where you want to put each lines, what type of lines you want to use. All right, now, so we want to finish off with this and then get into the other fun part. So let's hasten our Alright, so here we are. Here we go. Alright, so this is pretty much our design complete. Got it. Now what we're gonna do is apply our printing ink. We're gonna put on our printing paper. So we're gonna add our ink, squeeze our ink onto the surface, get our brayer up, and try to flatten and give a consistency. See, in terms of the application of the ink to the brayer, try to make it consistent in terms of the application and the amount that is added. Then we're going to go straight into applying our ink to our template. So we want to try to make sure we have that same level of consistency in terms of how we apply our ink to our design. Give it 2 coats. Try to give it 2 coats so that you get a good print. Reasonable amount of ink. You don't want to overload it, too much ink. So you apply your ink, make sure it's consistent. There you have it. What you're gonna do now, gonna try to go ahead and print. So you try to print it. There you go. So you can press on it. You can get a book, and then you press on it. So you press down on it, put pressure on it, and then you can remove it. And there's your print. There's your print. So you can reuse your template. You can reuse your template to make other prints. You can wash this off clean, and there you have it. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. Until next time.